Hey guys, this is Booligan with Airsoft. Retrieve BooliganAirsoft.com and Airsoft Insider Magazine. Today we are taking a look at a holster touted as the universal holster made by SRU and brought into the States by JRAK Industries. You can find this thing at most major airsoft retailers, priced at about $50, which we'll get to in a minute. This is a hard style holster. Looks like the Kydex units that are out there, but it actually, I think it is actually ABS. It doesn't have that same feel that Kydex has. It has aluminum belt loops, and it is compatible with most MOLLE adapters that are out there on the market, Black Hawk, and a few others. You just have to basically unscrew the aluminum mounting or the aluminum belt loops and attach it to that MOLLE platform or that paddle platform, whichever you like. Now this thing's touted as being an essentially universal holster. Not that it works with every gun out there, and it's not advertised to work with every gun out there, but there are a few models that it works pretty well with. It's designed mainly around the Glock series pistols, full size 17s, mid-size 19, stuff like that. Currently fitted in it, I have my very custom Echo 1 Timberwolf, which fits in there quite well. It actually is in the holster very well, but the holster does have a little bit of side-to-side wobble. It doesn't slide easily forward or back, and you can't really adjust it on the belt mounting, at least for cant or anything like that. Nor can you really adjust the tension outside of just loosening the screws a little bit. It doesn't have any sort of secondary retention. It doesn't have any flaps or loops or anything like that, but it pulls out pretty quickly and easily once you give it just a quick tug. Now you'll notice it's on display pretty easily because of my cast gear tactical polo, which has these nice little zips up the side, which are designed specifically for open carrying. Now, in order to get my Echo 1 Timberwolf in there, I had to take off my thumb rest. Now, this is a regular Timberwolf will fit just fine. This was just a custom thing that I added. So I had to get rid of that. Other guns that it will fit with. The ATP, the KWA ATP, this is the auto. Extremely well. The thing is locked in there. Now, when it comes to drawing out of it, because it is such a tight fit, you need to either yank it quickly and get it out, or if you need to get it out slowly and quietly, you can kind of brace your thumb against this little piece right here and pry it out a little bit, which then lets you get it out a little bit slower. That's probably one of my only major complaints on this thing, is just that it's a pretty damn tight fit. Also, you can put most M&P series pistols in there. The VFC M&P 9C, the compact, fits in there quite well. There is some movement in the holster, but it's not going to come out until you pull it. The WE Big Bird fits in there as well. Locks in pretty well. There is some forward and back movement, but when it comes time to pull it out, it comes out just fine. As far as real steel firearms go, this is my everyday carry piece, a Smith & Wesson SD40, and surprisingly enough, it fits in there perfectly. Now, I'm not a fan of open carrying real firearms. I think it is an unnecessary risk, paints a target on you, and makes you pretty much the first person to get shot in an active shooter situation. I generally carry this with a tucker in the waistband holster, made by DeSantis, and the thing disappears on me. But hey, it's good to know that if I felt like open carrying it, I could. The thing is retained in there very well. It's not going to accidentally come out. You really have to give it a tug to get it out there and on target. So, my general thoughts on this holster are thus. If you have a few different weapons, namely Glock series stuff, Smith & Wessons, I guess it'll work with the XD, but I don't have an XD anymore to test. If you use a few different handguns and you don't want to buy individual holsters for each one of them, it's a good option. If you just have one holster or just one weapon, you just run a Glock, or you just run a Smith & Wesson, or you just run something else that this isn't even compatible with, you might be better off just getting that holster. I mean, this thing's good, it retains well, but your draw's a little bit clunky unless you just strip it out. You know, you might get snagged with it. The finish on it, you can get it in either tan, which I have, or flat dark earth, or black, with red insides, which is kind of cool, kind of higher profile, but it's a little shinier than I'd like. I'd like it to be matte. But paint is cheap, so I may be respraying this to better fit, you know, my normal loadout. But overall, I mean, for 50 bucks, that's really the big kicker here. It's 50 bucks. That's pretty expensive for a holster. It does not work if your weapon has a light, because there's no slot there for it. There's no slot for a light. So it is a pretty basic holster. It doesn't have a whole lot of features to it, but I mean, for what it advertises as doing as being a holster that's compatible with a range of pistols, it does that pretty well. Many thanks to JRAK Industries for sending this thing over to test out. And you know, I can only hope that there are some improvements on it down the line. For now, it seems to, like I said, do its job pretty well. Just retains it a little bit too well, for my opinion, and just costs a little bit much for what it is. Check out all my reviews on all these pistols that I tested this thing out with. Booligan Airsoft, Airsoft Retreat, and as always, thanks for watching.